Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a Helicoil Sav-A-Thread spark plug insert repair. These are Harley Davidson Shovelheads. That's what I'll be doing these on today. And there's plenty of videos on how to do this, but most of them are on lawnmowers. I figured I'd do a video using a motorcycle cylinder head. So it'd be a little better frame of reference for people that are doing this on a motorcycle, which is a pretty common repair. These are a total lifesaver. They are far more economical than a time cert. Time cert is obviously the ultimate thread repair that you can do, but not everybody's got, you know, $250 laying around to do this. These are very, very affordable, under 50 bucks, depending on how many inserts you need, and you can, you know, knock this thing out in a matter of minutes. Comes with everything you need, and it is a really, really handy way to repair threads, and it's very, very robust. I have friends that have done this Sav-A-Thread repair on cylinder heads and never had an issue, and this was like 10 years ago. So it's a fantastic repair, and this video should show you how I do it. All right, let's check it out. All right, here we are, guys. Here's the one that I just popped the insert out of. There it is right there, and there's the head after I have cut the threads with the Sav-A-Thread setup. You know, this isn't the most ideal situation for this, because usually if this guy has already been inserted, then it's already had this oversize. I believe it's 17 millimeter by 125 insert put in, but the good news is if you line it up right, it works just fine. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here to this head where I just started to pry out the insert, and I'm going to show you guys how I get it started and then remove these inserts, because it can be kind of tricky. So what I did here was I got behind the little tang there, and then I pushed out, and then I jammed this pick in there. You see how I got it wedged in between the deal there. And then what I do when that's done is I try to get in here with these guys and get a grab on it. And it's pretty impossible to do this with two hands, so I'm going to come back with one hand. I'm going to come back in a second, show you guys how to. I'm going to get this camera set up and show you how I do it. All right, so I'm back. I've enlisted the help of my oldest son. So here we are where I started. I'm going to get this. You see I got the pick, and then I've got my needle nose on there, and I would suggest using needle nose with some teeth on it so that you can actually get a grip. I'm going to let go. I'm going to grab this bad boy, and I'm going to curl in like that, and then it should kind of just start to give me access. So I'm going to try to not look like a complete idiot while I do this. And oh, maybe I need to enlist the help from that again. Oh, let's see here. Oh, don't just yank it out, which I think a lot of people will kind of be tempted to do, because you could damage threads. So you just want to keep turning it out, and you're probably just looking at my hands right now, which is fine, but here we go. Now we're showing. So I've got it to the point where I'm just winding this bad boy out counterclockwise, and bingo. So we got that bad boy out of there. Now I don't want to. You can see in there we didn't mess the threads up at all, and now we're ready to flip it and use, here, show this top. We're going to use this guy here. This is the Sav-A-Thread 5334-14, which gives you this bad boy, which has the 3/8 drive in it. It has your kind of flaring tool, and then it comes with a long reach, regular reach, and short reach insert. And so we're going to grab this thing, and what we're going to do, we want to make sure that the head is nice and fixed down. So what you're going to want to do is get yourself like a wood block. You can see here that I have this beautiful piece of black walnut. Maybe not everybody's going to have a piece of black walnut laying around, but that's my scrap wood. So I'm going to go ahead and shim that up. And what I'm doing is I'm making up the distance here in this little burr there. I'm basically just shimming it up so it's nice and flat. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a clamp. Because I'm a woodworker 7 days a week here, I'll just use this Bessie parallel clamp. And I'll go ahead and clamp this guy down here. Well, maybe I should shift this over a little bit. Here we go. And got that nice. That way we don't mess up the gasket surface there. And we'll go ahead and grab our insert. What we're going to want to do, since our threads are already cut, it's tricky because we want to try to get this thing to line up. So we want to get it started at the angle that it went in. Now I like to get it started without lubricant, just to get that bite, that initial bite. There we go, and I got it now. Now I'm just going to use some liquid wrench because it's what I have laying around. And just ease that in there and giving just a little bit of forward pressure with my hands, nothing too crazy. And just start rocking it. So there's not much to it. This tap is really good. Now, if you have existing spark plug threads, this is going to be a cakewalk because the lower part of the pilot on the front of this tap is going to line it right up. So this isn't the most ideal situation, but somebody had already made the decision to use a wire type thread repair in here, so I didn't get that lucky. But it's not, you know, it's not rocket science, so you can get it going. You see that? Pulls all that out. Now, if you were trying to do this on the motorcycle with the engine, with the head not off the cylinder, I have seen people put grease on taps like this and actually catch these things. You're going to have to go slow and then remove, do a little bit, and then pull out, but it can be done. So if that's something that you have to do, I would say, you know, it definitely can be done. Now, that's not how I would probably do it, but if I was in a pinch or on the side of the road or at a gas station, I need to do this, I would definitely give it a shot. So, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You know, you drop some crap in there and then you got to do a top end on the bike. But at least it gets you, you know, back to where you're going. All right, so there's that. I'm going to go ahead and clean this tool, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to go show you how to put the inserts in. As you can see here, this is after we've blown it out. We damn near nailed it with our alignment. And I should say, really, you know, as long as you have the majority in there, you're going to be using RTV silicone. You're also going to be doing a little bit of Loctite the way that I do it. And so, you know, if you're got a little bit of a buggered thread, you're going to be fine. This will definitely still work for you. Okay, next step, and pretty important step, is to get all that lubricant out of our threaded area. So our RTV and other stuff will be in there. I'm using brake parts cleaner. I've thrown it in an oil pan, and I'm just going to clean the area both outside and inside and prep for installation. All right, now that I got a fresh can of brake parts cleaner, you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and blast in there, make sure I'm getting all the threads there. Then I'm going to flip this bad boy over, get in there, clean that up. I'll just wipe it. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and use some compressed air to blow all the brake parts cleaner out. And then we're going to go ahead and prepare our inserts for installation. So now we're going to take some high temp silicone. I'm going to use the Ultra Copper. because it has just a bit higher temperature rating than the other high temp silicones. This is 700 degrees. I'm going to be pretty liberal with it because why not? It's easy to clean this stuff up. We want it to really stick in there. So smear that around the threads. And then to get it started, I'm just going to use my finger here. This is okay. Let's see. Oh, well, it's not really letting me do that this time. So all right, so now we're going to drop this bad boy in there. It can be kind of a pain in the butt, but once you get it started, you just kind of go, and it's going to squish out all that RTV, which is totally fine. And then what I found is that if you take a little tool like this and you drive that in there, it lets you to, they tell you to use a spark plug, but when you use a spark plug, what ends up happening is it sticks to the spark plug, and then you're just backing it out every time you take the spark plug out. So you want to make it flush. So you kind of want to get it flush, check it, and that's pretty much perfect right there. So once I got it perfect, you see that I got it clamped down. Then I put the driver in there. And you don't want to be too hard, but you don't want to, you know, be too weak about it. You want to whack it, whack it, whack it. Don't move it around. And then what it does is it flares that out. And Bob's your uncle on that one. So then I'll just take a little brake parts cleaner here. Get all that nasty copper garbage off of there. And let it cure over the next 24 hours. And then you can get like a pick. I'm actually going to grab a pick and put this in there. Use that to kind of get in that edge so I can get all that copper out of there. This is more of a on my time than on a YouTube time, but I'll get back in there and clean all that up. But you can see that it's very well seated. It's flared that open, which prevents it from traveling any further and really gives you that seal that you need. And those little burrs that are on the end of it are now jammed into that aluminum. And once that RTV cures, it should be ready to go. All right, there you have it. That is a Helicoil Sav-A-Thread spark plug thread repair insert. And that's on a Harley Davidson Shovelhead. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching.